There were lots of tribes in the world. And yet God chose one particular tribe, and with this tribe began the love story between him and the people. And this love story is like young men and young girls coming to the altar and saying, we will bind it together by a covenant. And we'll say, come what may, we will keep it. But this didn't happen to the love story between God and the Jews. Time and again we read in the history of the Jews that the Jewish people fell in love with other gods, which were neighbors, and thus forgot Yahweh. And so they punished themselves in a way. They were taken as prisoners to Assyria, Babylon, Egypt, and so on. God did not punish them, but they punished themselves in a way because they broke their covenant bond. And what does one partner do? God. He sends prophets to them. They come back. I've forgiven you. And every time they went away, God forgave them, showed His mercy to them, and they came and God gave them back their land and back their temple to worship. Today, the first reading, we heard Prophet Daniel pleading with God, God, show us your mercy. We have gone away from you. Show us a mercy and compassion. The same thing you found in the Psalm. Be merciful to us. And the Gospel tells the Jews and us, imitate my Father. He is merciful. Be like Him. Don't judge people. Don't condemn people. Don't hate people. He says. Is it possible on a human level to be merciful? It is. When we or you as parents see your children making mistakes, do you punish them with a stick? You don't. So your heart goes out to tell the child in different sweet language, you have gone wrong. You don't say, I forgive you, but the way you express so-called your feelings shows you have forgiven the child. The same thing happens, I have seen in school, as I have a teacher here in front of me. We don't punish children. They may think they are punished, but we go out, so why they are doing such so-called deeds which should not be done. So in a way, we ourselves are merciful. Because God has shown us mercy. When you go to our own spiritual history, has God ever punished us? He has not. Time and again, we have gone astray from Him, we have done this and have done that. And we come to God in confession, God, I have done this and I have done that, small sin, big sin, and so on. And God says, I forgive you. I forgive you. My love is always there for you. Therefore, God today, we are told, let us imitate and be like a Father who always is merciful. Look to a life of saints. St. Paul, he had gone so much away from God. And yet, God forgave him. St. Peter, who denied thrice, and yet God forgave him. Therefore, let's look and see whether we condemn people. Why do we do that? Is it because we want our ego to be pushed up? We want to say we are better than them. Why at all condemn? Jesus said, do not condemn, lest you be condemned when you come the last day, he says, to me for your final reward. And Moses says, Jesus, give and give and give. Give love, give mercy, from compassion. And the amount you give is the amount you will get back. So let's not be stingy in loving people. Let's not be stingy in our kindness, in our forbearance, in our forgiving. Let's our heart go out and says, I know you have offended me seriously, gravely, I'm deeply hurt. And yet, I forgive, not just from the heart and head, in the heart as well. So today, as we journey on in this novena of grace, we look at Saint Xavier himself, his life. You will pray, Lord, give me more and more and more souls and more souls, because I want to share with them the good news. Let's pause for a while, look at our own self and see, do I have any grudge, anger, ill feelings, resentment against anyone? I have so. Let's go to our own mind to that person or people, whoever they are, and say, I forgive you from the bottom of my heart.